Okay, guys, we're back. We're gonna get you a full video and depth chart, or in-game and depth chart breakdown. I already showed you the Bears depth chart, and I'm actually gonna show you another team simply because I just want to. You can run it very, very effectively with the Bears, but I'm actually gonna show you. Should I show them New York? No, they're not Bears. They're not perfect. They're not perfect for it. Let's find a perfect team. Maybe Carolina. Maybe Carolina. Yeah, we'll do Carolina. We'll do Carolina for you guys. This is the first time I played with Carolina all year, but I'm pretty sure they'll be very good with the scheme. So we need a route runner. That should be Steve Smith. Then we need a spec catch, which is LaFell. Needs to go here. And we need a reliable guy like Murphy. Not Murphy. Polaris or Geddes. Polaris. Polaris also has a little bit more agility, so he's going to do a little bit more for you. Olsen here, of course, guys. We all know why. If we watch the first couple breakdowns of the video of the scheme. Now, Carolina should be able to run this defense very well. Look at that. They put Cucci at middle backer now, so he's actually going to have to be one of our linebackers. We're going to make sure we're pass rushers, or we need our best pass rushers. Can't stress that enough. Alright, we got 88 finesse move, 97 power move, so those are the guys. Your man Apple Juice, IMAV, if you're watching this, IMAV, your man Apple Juice. So we want Anderson and we want Johnson. Coochie's a middle backer. Okay, so Anderson and Johnson. Anderson was already at a backer. They already knew we were going to run the scheme. And Johnson. DT, you want your best bull kind of guy there. So that's going to go like that. Apple Juice. You want speed and versatility, like I say, so we're going to go with Apple Juice. Your boy Davis. And I think they have another backer, don't they? Mr. Hogue. So he could be your backup if you want to. There. Corners. I think it was Mutterland and Norman. Or Gamble and Norman. Where we at? Where's the man coverage? Yeah, it was definitely Mutterland. It was definitely Mutterland and Gamble, but I'm actually going to go with Gamble and Thomas. Or not Gamble. Gamble and Norman. Mutterland backing them up. You're going to use or Colin Jones a lot because he's 94 speed, and Godfrey's going to be your free safety. So you've got kind of some fast safeties. They're going to make plays. You got Godfrey, who doesn't have great zone coverage, if I remember correctly. But guys, remember, we don't need that. We need roaming safeties who have hit power. What does he have? He has catching. And what does? Yeah, see there. And what does Nakamura have? He should have hit power, if I'm correct. Wow, passed it. 79, decent. So no one really has outstanding hit power, so we're going to just put our best catching and speed, combination of catching and speed. Mr. Jones is going to take that home. 56 catching is not very bad, nothing to laugh at, especially at safety, and we're going to user him, 94 speed. So there you go, guys. There's your Carolina Panthers breakdown. Let's get into an online game and show you how we play the scheme. How we do the scheme. Oh, here we go. Let's get into it. Go against Brady. That's going to be perfect because he's going to pass a lot. Actually, guys, Patriots do have a nice running game now. So, I'm going to show you guys some, maybe make a pound and ground scheme. Just because I'm actually one of them. But everybody throws the ball in Madden. I'd like to see some people run the ball. I'd like for the running game to work, but it just It works, but it doesn't. I think the best way to run the ball is the way I'm doing it. Quick toss, dive, and an off tackle. Kind of all three going in different directions, so you're going to get to see that. Man, I hope we don't lag again. Last game, I tried to do this earlier, and I got lag switched, and actually was doing it with the Bears, and the guy freaking, I don't know what he was doing, but he was kind of blowing up that little flat route to the triangle receiver. But it wasn't like, but he wasn't supposed to be, because he was in this, the way his coverage looked, pre-snap, and the way that it was, the play was supposed to work, is Hester kept getting shoved inside for some reason instead of getting that outside positioning on that play. That's so, disconnect us. Oh, disconnect me, please. Thank you. I love getting disconnected. That's, I think, all my losses in the Madden Tips community have been because I got disconnected. I got one loss from Hollow. I think that was on the lab account. So took Hollow too easy. Hollow's a good player, guys. Do play him. He's got a very pretty good offense. I think he runs Ace Pair Chief. A lot of people run Ace Pair Chief. That's the one reason I don't run Ace Pair Chief. Ace Pair Chief is very effective, guys, but you know, if it's out there, people are going to figure out how to stop it. So that's why I run an offense and not very many people run. Number one, that's why I run an offense that I'm very comfortable in. I still think this is probably one of the most effective offenses in Madden. So we'll see. We'll see if my theory is correct against Corso House U. Oh crap! That's the weirdest name ever. These guys come up with some weird names for sure. We're at 6 minutes right now, getting into this breakdown. Try to have all these videos up for you by tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to upload it while I'm working. So I'm going to start uploading tomorrow whenever I go to sleep. Hopefully it'll be done by the time I get home from school at 11, and then I can take the computer to work and get everything posted in the Madden Tips website, hopefully by tomorrow. So a lot of stuff coming up, guys. We got our full scheme here, and then we're gonna then get back into our daily shows. And start back with the daily show, probably either tonight or tomorrow. Playing against my favorite team, so I know their weaknesses. So that's a good thing. We're getting disconnected again. It's lagging again. Good God. Who knows, guys? Who knows why these online games? This is why I don't really like playing online in the online ranked. Number one is because people hack and glitch their way to the top of the leaderboard. So you can't really justify how that works. Number two, because most people you play, you'll get lagged, and it'll just lag switch and glitch you. But for the purpose of this scheme, I'm going to show it to you. And it's not that bad yet where we're going to have to do another retake. So we'll show it to you. Cam Newton, I've always wanted to play with Panthers this year, guys. Just never have gotten to it. And that'll be perfect for the scheme for the most part. We saw their defense is very nice for the scheme because you have the two corners that can cover in man and zone. You have the safeties who can hit and run. You have, you know, your wide receivers are kind of well fit for the scheme. So let's get into it. What's our base setup, guys? We drag and we wheel and we read right or left to right now because we zig Olsen. Not there, not there, there. That's how it works, guys. That's how the system works. Get down. And I often run no huddle, guys. I know this is kind of glitchy for you guys to see it. This is a little laggy of a game. But hopefully you saw what happened there. I hit Olsen on the little zig out. We're in his same setup, if that's what he wants to give me. Left, not there, not there. We got him here. This is it's so smooth, guys. It is the smoothest offense I've ever come up with, because everything works off of each other, and all the routes and the progressions from this PA slot post, I think is the best progressing play next to maybe the Giant slot trail. Shout out to Gibbs for coming up with that. The reason I don't run Giant slot trail the Giants playbook is because Gibbs, they're going to know how to stop it. You have to run stuff people don't run. Number one. Number two, I like making my own stuff. But I do love the concepts of the Giant slot trail. Do check out the Giants guide if you haven't already. It's very, very effective and very good. Now we're going to do something a little different. Now we're going to we're actually going to draw him here. Because the reason I put Jamal Stewart in is because he has a better catch rating than D'Angelo. And D'Angelo really doesn't have. I mean, D'Angelo's not that good, honestly. For what we're going to ask our running backs to do. So we're just going to bench him. Alright, he's not going to get you run here. Now, when I get inside midfield, as Gibbs does, we got our shot play, but you still have your reads. We're going to read right first, then we're going to come back to this wheel route. There's the screen to Olsen. It's just nice and smooth. It's about 6 to 7 yards every time if it's open. Very smooth. Now, once I get into this spot, I like to get into my far twins. Kind of set up what I'm going to do. Far twins is more of a goal line set for me, simply because of the way the plays work. They're more designed for short yardage. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a guy over the nose. We're not going to run the quick toss. We're going to run the dive. Just pound him inside. And you see it opens up perfectly. 5 yards is good with any run, guys. You're going to average 3 to 4 yards a carry. I'd say that's a very good average. So, here's Stewart. You just want the same basic reads. We're actually going to drag. But we're still going to look to the right first. Even when he user guards it. Even when he tries to flow out and hold ball hawk, guys. Not happening. He gets underneath every time. We're going to slot corner here. We're going to do our hot routes. Use hot routes. So we already have out inside position. We're not going to try to gain it by fading. And here's the play we're going to run. Not there, not there, there. And you just take that. Even though, actually what happened was I passed, and I'm not going to kick field goals because I don't think it's fair to you guys. I want to show you everything I can in the offense. So, but what happened there was he actually was in a man, and I pass led. You don't want to pass lead that route. You just want to kind of just throw it. No pass lead, just kind of bullet it. Here we're just going to run our play. We're actually going to Stewart on this route now. And you see overplaying there. We should get our circle route. There it is. That circle route, I mean, if there's no spy or hook from the D lineman, that route's open every single time. You have to user guard it. You have to jump it at the right time. Otherwise, it's not happening. Now, let's get back into our far tight. And we're actually going to run the toss now. If you see this kind of a shift, I would kind of recommend running the toss, actually. Make it look just like the slot corner. We read it. Oh, look at Stewart. So there's the toss. Now we can get into the curls. It's a very nice red zone play. Actually, my favorite red zone play is the slant hook. The way we set it up. And I actually snap Smith on the second, right after he gets behind him. Because usually that's going to be what happens. They don't follow him immediately. They don't jump to the outside immediately. Throw it. Period. Every time. Pass lead to the outside if you want. I pass lead there to the outside, so usually I just don't pass lead though. Because you don't need to really. Because he's got to go. He's going to catch it and he's going to dunk out of bounds for about 8-9 yards every time. Not going to try to cover it up, take it upfield. It's just gut. You could actually, I would show you the Niners with this scheme, but I feel like everybody uses the Niners. And I just want to show a team that I haven't used very much yet. And these guys are very good for the scheme. But, I will, I will give you a recommended depth chart. Like, I'll put in the guide, like the little written setups and stuff. I'll put a written needs for a quarterback, like what would be optimal in this scheme. And here we're going to hit him with the coverage. Yeah, we didn't get that last guy up, so we're going to cover deep here. See, if that's where we could have covered it, but it's kind of laggy, and I didn't get that deep blue from the middle linebacker. So, oh, you guys can't see the corner. No wonder. You guys didn't see that. Let's get a little better quality there for you guys there. Alright, we're going to actually do our little run D baseline, press coverage, show blitz, spy here, user Godfrey. Your responsibility is the deep corners if they pass it. Nope, 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 nope. Jump, jump, jump. He went max protection. He's going to just try to make a shot. We got a user pick. Click on hold ball. That's what we did there. So there you guys go. Hopefully you guys can see what we're doing. Alright, so now let's get into PA slot post again. And now he's going to give us our play. Our base setup. Right there. Whoa! That's not supposed to happen. Sometimes things like that do happen, guys. But very rarely. It's very consistent. It's like 95% not going to happen there. I actually threw it a little late. You have to time it, and so you want to throw it as you got to get it to the tight end right before that circle receiver starts cutting and doing his weird little jerk move, and then that's when it really becomes very tough to guard. Here's our base setup against press coverage. That's why. There's D'Angelo. Don't drop it for me. D'Angelo, look at you. It doesn't really matter who you got, guys. I mean, you can run it with any. I run this with the Colts. I mean, the Colts are just, they don't have the greatest receivers. And I mean, look at them. They run the scheme very well. So, let's run base. Stay in the base here. Same play. Not there. See, he's containing that guy now, too. A guy from the Bears actually made that adjustment, so that's a nice adjustment. We may be playing the same guy. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. What's a look at players, man? Same setup. Now, since he made that adjustment, we're going to do this. Slant. Not there, not there. You should have this little underneath route. Pass lead down. There's different pass lead trajectories based off where he needs to throw it to. If it's kind of tight on him, you throw it down. If he's to the back side of him, you throw it to the inside. If he's to the inside of him, you throw it to the outside. It just reads, guys. And there's the screen. You know what? I think it's because Gary Barnridge is in and not Greg Olson. And actually, I'm throwing it late, if you guys noticed from the Play Now game and from the practice mode. I'm throwing it a lot later than I usually do, and that's why it's not as effective. I think there's a little delay in this game, and so it's not allowing me to throw it as soon as I want to. So we may have to make an adjustment and just not go to that route anymore. I hate to do that, but that may be what we need to do. In order to get the W, you do what you got to do to win. We're going to draw him here. Go Stewart. Look at that hole. Good run. And this is why we love that little corner route. 3rd and 3, we're not going to have the opportunity to run it out. We do have the opportunity to run like a deep out, similar to it. Run commits. There's a smooth play. Olson's got enough speed. I'd like to say 85 speed and up for that position. I mean, it doesn't have to be 85 speed. You can get away with someone like a Colby Fleener, but it is very, very a lot more of a big play opportunity. Since he started out deep, I'm actually going to stay here. There it is. There it is. There's a little screen there. See how he guards that corner on the outside, and now there's really nobody there for a couple yards. So you're just going to get some smooth yards there. Let's get back into the far tight. I don't do a very good job of mixing this formation in as much as I want to. I just don't think about it. Sometimes I stay in PA slot post the whole game. And you just methodically beat your opponent. Not there. Not there. No pass lead. See, it gets a little bit better of a pass trajectory. No pass lead there. It's a lot more effective without a pass lead. Didn't actually make a solid read, but you know, sometimes you misread, but we still get very nice. We don't get killed. I think that's the point. But we're actually going to go fullback dive here because he's doing a lot of stuff with his corners, and I just don't want to. I don't want to worry about that since he's giving me a clear 3 or 4 inside, and you see it doesn't matter. I like running with Dez. With Des Bryant on that with the Cowboys because he's a big guy. Any guy you can get there who doesn't kill you, meaning it doesn't really matter, guys. That's just a mix-in play we don't do very often. So I mean, you can just kind of put whoever you want there. We should get Jonathan wide open here. See, if the corner's back, you're going to get that all day. It's when the corners are pressed up and when there's a guy that follows him out, that's when you could be in some trouble. So if there's no corners pressed, you can run that every single time. Draw him here. I feel like he'll be in some max coverage. There's D'Angelo. And that's what D'Angelo does. You don't want to throw to him very much if you're using Carolina. Because his catching is just not very good. I mean, just to put it very soft. It's, very, very to the point. He's just not very smooth. Our goal line play just doesn't make the play on him, even though he did follow him out. If he doesn't keep going with him, you still throw it to him. He's still your first read. All right, guys, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a quick 3-second break from the commentary. We're up 14-0, and I'm gonna let you just. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, we're back in action here. Sorry about the little delay. I had to go take care of something. Let's get back into this. Last we left off. Wow, I'm a little bit too far over to the right. I need to get set up here for a sec, guys. We left off scoring a touchdown on him. We're just gonna squib him. Gibbs told me if you put it all the way to the left and max power, it should be just fine. So let's see if it works the way Gibbs said. Yeah. That's not what you want. Your goal is to get to the back line, but if it doesn't, that's what you will take. You just give him the ball with some decent field position. But I don't often do that. I just accidentally bumped it, I think, that time. But anyways. Alright. Depending on what he comes out, it's going to depend on what setup we're going to use. 3 wides, we're going to go max coverage, guy. Or we're not going to go max coverage, but we're going to go with our coverage setup. And you want to stack this guy in this gap to make it all look the same. I may have forgot to say that in the guide. And Coochie should have picked that. Oh, gosh. If he could complete that all day, go right ahead. That should have been a pick. 6. Maybe not 6, but that should have been a pick for sure. Threw it right through Coochie's hands. That's a sweet name, man. Alright, we're going to send... We're going to stay with max coverage. Our version of max coverage, anyway. Stack Beeson down here. Pass commit as well. It does help, guys. Oh, Beeson got caught up. Uh-oh. Pick it. Ah! I knew it was going there, too. Ah. No, he's done, though. Ogletree's a... can't even say what Ogletree is on this video. gonna go on the internet anyways. You know, we were gonna try to. That's where you want to go with your macro, because that's the hole in the play is behind the yellows, in between the deep blue. For some reason, we got caught up and we couldn't make it back. But anywho, same setup. And actually, we're gonna have to back up because he could run, and he's confused. It's very confusing because you're like, what the crap? That guy's standing right on the guy. You know, what's he sending? Is he bringing heat? Is he doing this? Is he doing this? And then the mind games come in, and then you could just what? And then, guys, another thing that you need to do is you need to put the safeties, if you have time. After you do all the other stuff, you can put your safeties down in the box. Okay? We're going to go with our base run D now, because I think he's going to run it. Shoot your safeties down, and you got Godfrey. We're actually going to get off Godfrey here. We're going to get back on Coochie, simply because he might pass. And our responsibility is right into this deep middle area. Pick. See, that's the yellow zone. That's why we call this play. The zones play very well. They cover the deep corners to a certain extent, and they cover the middle deep to a certain extent. So another pick for the defense. Guys, we haven't even sent our main blitzes yet. You don't really need to, honestly. You know, our blitzes are nice. They're not great blitzes. But when we send it, we want it to get in, and we got it. You can't slide protect sting pitch zone. You know, you can't do anything against it in terms of stopping the pressure from coming in. You can stop certain areas of the pressure. But if we bring our 6-man A gap, there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do to stop the pressure from coming in unless they block a running back and maybe a tight end, as you saw the computer do earlier. So we got 21-0. He's going to have to pass again, so now we can start showing you. I'm just going to do this just because I want to show my blitzes. So I'm going to show you my blitzes, the blitzes that I showed you in the breakdown. So we're just going to start out with A gap. Move your safeties down. Come on, Godfrey, go. Get me on Beeson. You should get edge heat too, with Beeson stacking. Pick up Beeson. Pick up, pick up, pick up. Now drop, drop, drop. And then look, there's your A gap. I think you blocked the tight end as well. We should get a holding call. I'm actually going to decline that. Because you gain a down and make it potentially 3rd and 9. And that's what we want to get to in the D. Another thing you could do, guys, is you could contain that blitzing middle linebacker, and you could get edge heat. Same kind of concept. I've actually been messing around with that lately, and it's very deceptive too because he's like, "Where's he going?" And you could contain him, and it's very deceptive. So you guys can mess around with that. We're gonna go with our coverage D again. And we got Coochie D, we got Coochie, got Coochie, got Coochie. We're gonna just swat that away. For some reason he catches it. I don't know. Guys, if you miss a pick, you need to hold L2. I did it there, but for some reason didn't tackle him. I love how everything I say just doesn't work in the freaking video. But anyway, you know, it does work, but just not to every degree I want it to. Our base run D now. What was I gonna say? You need a stray, so you need if you miss a pick, hold L2, square your guy up, because if you don't, this game is really weird about that. I complain about it a lot. It's weird tackling angles that the computer makes you take. And for some reason, it's very consistently dumb. And you just, in the goal line, you want to put those corners in a flat zone, because they're not going deep on you in the goal line, guys. Your yellow zones are going to cover it. So just make sure they're in the flat zone. I would personally make sure you have a spy, 3 hook zones, and a flat on each side in every single goal line defense you run, especially against the pass. And we're actually going to show you our goal line defense against the pass right here. We do the same thing that we do in everything. We just, now we're going to flat and hook. Oh no. It got me in a bad predicament. Sting it. That's what lag does. Let me show you one more time here. He's going to give us another chance. We're going to spy. we're going to spy. We're going to do everything the same. We're just going to put those two deep blues in flats, and instead of putting that guy in a deep blue on the backer, we're going to put him in a hook. Got it off. Got it off. There we are again. There's the yellow zones doing their thing. So that's the D. That's the D, guys. That's the D. You can do everything out of that one play because of the way the yellow zones play. So what all the things that you can do from that play is literally, I think no other play can do that much. That's the D, guys. That's what you need to be running in Madden 13 if you're struggling. That's what you need to be doing. No joke. Just run the dang play the way I'm telling you to do it. Goal line defense the way I just showed you. For some reason he blitzes me there. That's fine. I understand. So we're going to get back. We got to focus here. Otherwise we're going to jack around and give ourselves a safety. We're going to have to... let's focus here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we need to... Watch this. Streak Stewart. Deep out Polaris. Motion one step inside throw. You're still reading to the right first. But you got him right there. And I like to throw picks. I keep telling you guys how much I love to throw picks. What happened there was I made a bad read. And that's what I'm saying, guys. I did what I tell you guys not to do. And it's very difficult not to do it. I predetermine my throws. And, you know, you can't do that in this game. Especially with, you know, how good the defense, in my opinion, plays this year. Even though they take horrible tackling angles. We're going to send A gap. For some reason, I can't move. And that should have been another pick. That should have been Beeson. He can pick it the way that... That's just dumb. Alright, getting the goal line D. For some reason, I like to shift my linebackers out of this. You know, I really don't. You could spy that guy, too. It's not going to hurt your coverage, whether you spy or not. That should have been a pick. User that. Oh, man, this guy's getting lucky on some throws, for sure. Guys, this is against an online ranked player, but I ran this defense against the Farrells, held him to like 14 points. I mean, you know, Farrell's going to attest to it. This defense is good. Come on, come on! Gosh! Sorry, I'm getting a little mad. Getting a little mad because I can't move. Can't freaking make my... Even though it worked. Let's call TO. See, I can't even call TO. It's actually... Jesus Christ. You know, this would not happen if you had a... Guys, any suggestions to fix lag on your PlayStation, let me know. I don't know if there's something wrong with my side of the story, but I get lag switch more than, in my opinion, more than anybody else for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's partly my fault, even though I don't know why it's my fault, because I'm direct wire. You know, it may be because it's Frontier Internet. Who knows? Can't do anything about it, though. Can't do anything about my internet provider because I'm not the head of the household. I'm still in high school. One more year. That should have been... There's 4 guys right there. We still stopped it, but what he did there was he ran a little drag pattern. Didn't get pressed for some reason. I don't know. I guess we didn't get that guy in the flat. I don't know why he completed that. But, that should have been a pick. He's had 4 plays here that should have been intercepted. All right, what do you do now? Do you send the A gap out of man coverage? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you gotta send the run stopper. That run stopper, run D. Same setup. Now we're flattening these guys. I'm gonna leave that dude blitzing, and I'm gonna come down. He might run a quarterback sneak. No sneak, no sneak, but we got him. Yep, that's the run D right there, guys. That's the run D right there. End up getting a fumble for some reason. I don't think that'll be called back. He didn't fumble that. But, well, maybe not. Maybe they're not going to review it because it's in the last 2 minutes. And it doesn't really matter because we still stopped him anyways. Yeah, see, with review, it's going to come back. That wasn't a fumble. But that's the run D, guys, and that's how it works. On the goal line, I always recommend those hot routes. I actually didn't put that in the video breakdown of the plays, but I will put that in the written breakdowns of the plays, so you guys can get that. No more games. I'm throwing my flat in for some. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you've ever seen bad lag or ever played in it, that's what I'm really going through right now, and it's just annoying. Because I'm making proper reads, and it's not letting me complete it. Oh well, I'll just throw it to the big play. We'll call it TO right there. Guys, that's the post. Nothing else was open to that point in the progression. And we saw that we had a chance, and you throw it. You know, don't be. I'm one of those people that's afraid to throw it deep for some reason sometimes, and you can't do that. And that's one of my big downfalls. One of my many. Has so many flaws. My schemes are great. I screw it up. Anyways, right there. Pass lead up because I wanted to get it. If you pass lead up, he's going to go up and get it, guys. That's the purpose of that. So there you go. Actually, what was open was the zig route. I didn't make a good read again because I'm trying to. Well, see, I'm trying to move the ball down the field quick, so I'm trying to get some chunks. So the zig route's not going to really do anything. In terms of that, it's more of just a check down. Well, not a check down, but and you just wait till it crosses over. He's got 92 speed. Make a play. He doesn't make a play, of course. Because he's on my team, he'd make a play for anybody else, but he doesn't make a play for me. So it's halftime. I believe we get ball. We may not. We may not. We don't. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we don't. Sometimes when I say we don't, we get it. So 21-0, what I'm thinking right now is I don't want to turn the ball over, so you're going to see a lot of far-tied twins in the second half. I know you saw a lot of PA slot posts. You're probably tired of seeing that play ran over and over and over again. That's how effective it really is, guys. But you're going to see a lot of sneak pinch. You're going to see a lot of blitzing now because I want to show it. But I wouldn't necessarily do it. I'd mainly just stick with that coverage for the most part. I really rarely send the blitzes out of the sneak pinch scheme simply because, number one, you don't have to. Number two, you don't have to. Number three, you don't have to. You just don't have to send it. It's so effective as is. Now we're going to send, put Pucci in the deep blue, stack Beeson. We're going to send edge heat. See there. And there it is. Actually, it was running the screen, but it wouldn't matter. We would have come through an edge eventually because we had the guy, the guard, actually pick me up, so that's what we wanted. We do the same thing again. You can do different things with Pucci. I recommend putting him in the deep zone and then just shading coverage out. I re-blitz here, and I re-blitz the backers by globally re-blitzing them. Come down here with Pucci, just kind of flow coverage, and it's a tough play to read, especially when that play that he just threw it to hasn't been open all game. I don't know why he threw it there. It was a bad read on his part. If he had been paying attention to what's been going on earlier on in the game, he wouldn't have thrown it there. But anyways, see, make sure here, and you just move and roam, and there's Pucci coming down. That's the purpose of having good zone coverage from your middle backers, which these Carolina Panthers for sure have good good zone coverage. So another thing that you need to have, guys. Actually, what I'm going to do, the Steelers might be a little bit better to run this with because they're a little bit more studly. So I actually will do a depth chart breakdown for them right after this game. Let me check my time. We are at 38 minutes. So, and now you're gonna see my scream setup. This is when I'm trying to send edge heat and trying to catch you in short yardage. Just try to catch him. Just try to catch him. Try to catch him, and we catch him. You see, put those guys that are deep in flats, and it's just a screen play, and you're trying to catch them just throwing short, and that's exactly what happened. He's done. He's had enough. It's a 38-minute video. We'll get a Steelers depth chart. We're not gonna offer mercy because I want you guys to see the game, but right now you're seeing a dude. Yeah, he's done. That was actually a good breakup too. Let's do a depth chart for the Steelers, and then we'll get out of here. You know, if you guys do want more game, if you want another game, let me know, and I'll do one with the Steelers. We'll bring it back, and we'll do another one. But you know, I've given you guys I think an hour worth of breakdowns, an hour worth of gameplay footage. well, almost an hour worth of gameplay footage. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to actually do something we want to do today. No, I do love doing this, and I will continue to do this. So we are online level 7. Yay. So let's show you the Steelers, how I would do them. Because they are actually, now that I thought about it, I didn't think about it before, but these guys are actually probably a little bit better than the Panthers because they have a little bit better of a defense and they have a little bit better of an offense too, if you think about it. As far as running backs, you can do whatever you want, and for this scheme, you can't lie to yourself and say Chris Rainey's not a Madden gem with this 99 agility, 97 acceleration. I think he catches well too, 75. Guy's just a Madden gem. So just leave it the way it is. As far as wide receivers, this is why they're better than the Panthers. They have more speed, just better. They don't have a spec catch guy, though, do they? You're gonna have to use Wallet. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can use any one of them. I'm gonna use Brown. Let me check route running real quick, actually. Yeah, we're gonna use Brown at 1. We're gonna use Wallace at 3. Sanders at 2. And you can put Cotry there if you want a little bit more reliability. As far as tight end, you got Heath. Heath's going to be reliable. He's kind of Jason Witten. Same kind of concept there. And you got your boy Polson with 82 speed, 72, 75 strength. Going to be like a game breaker. You kind of do whatever you want there. Tight end are concerned. He's got 84 catching, which is really good, but he just doesn't have that it factor in terms of BPR, in terms of catching traffic that Miller really does have. You could put Paulson. You could even put Paulson at that 1 position for the user catch, that post position, so the 3 receiver if you want a little bit more of a height. But we have speed, and we can do a lot of things with speed. Let's get into this. On the defensive side of things, you want to have, like I said, versatility at the end. So you want let me get into this actually. I don't know who you want exactly yet. Let me make sure. You want Tamu, my boy Tamu. Of course, we're having Woodley and Harrison at the end. Timmons and Foote are going to be just fine. You could actually substitute in Sylvester or Johnson. I'm actually going to go ahead and put in let's see, Sylvester versus Johnson. Probably catching would be, yeah, Johnson. Let me make sure zone coverage. Zone coverage. Block shed, Johnson, zone coverage. Sylvester about 2 points. We're going to go with Johnson. We got Harrison, and we got Woodley. We're going to put Carter and Werlitz at the end because they are very, very versatile. And then we're going to put our boy, you got Casey Hampton. He's not going to be able to drop back in coverage whenever we spy him. The guy that is going to be Brett Kiesel, and it's going to be Cameron Hayward. You take your pick. I'm going to say probably Hayward doesn't have a good block shed. You need a guy with that. It's always nice to have a guy with block shed. He does have 91, but why isn't he good then? Pursuit's not great. Hit power is better. Power moves and finesse moves. He's not really going to be needed to have that. So let's put Hayward. Let's go with Hayward. So there's a quick little breakdown. As far as corners go, I would actually maybe consider put Ike Taylor at the safety so you can have 90 speed and 90 speed, but not really. What you want to do is you want to get your zone coverage and man coverage on the field. Your boy Curtis Brown is very effective, but I'm going to say DVD. Get that guy on the field no matter what scheme you're in. 98 speed, going to do some stuff. Going to be able to catch the ball. Going to be able to make some plays. Keenan Lewis is a good backup, but now you have 95 speed, 98 speed, 90. Where's TP? 91 speed, and then I'm personally going to play Clark because of his hit power. But you could even put someone like Cromartie Smith or there was a 91 speed, I think, maybe. No, so you could put Cromartie Smith or Curtis Brown in, and you could have just a super fast secondary, what the Steelers not usually do have. Now you have speed. No one thought that the Steelers would have some speed. This guy has some coverage. This guy has some catching. We're actually considering starting him over Clark. You could do whatever you want. I'm actually personally going to start him. Put Clark at the backup at the strong safety as well. And anyone gets hurt, you got a very good backup. So that's how we're going to do that. Kick returner, Chris Rainey. Don't really need my advice on that, but I'm just going to go and give it out. That's the scheme, guys. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate it if Gibbs posts this on his site. I appreciate everything that you guys are going to do in terms of supporting me before this, after this, and during this video. I appreciate it all. You guys, I can't put these videos out without your support. can't put the videos out if no one's going to watch them. So please continue to watch some of my content. Going to be starting my channel, Coffee with Cody. Going to be like a morning talk show kind of thing where I wake up, have a cup of coffee, talk some Madden. Nothing else. Nothing too deep. Nothing too, just going to be a nice little chat that I do to kind of give you guys some content. And then later on in the evening, we're going to have like a evening scheme with Cody, or tonight's scheme with Cody, or something like that, wherever we break down a scheme. So that's the video. That's what we got, guys. It's been about 2 hours of recording today. So that's very nice. I love doing these videos. This is something that I could possibly see myself doing a lot more. If you do think that I'm decent at it, let me know. If you think that I suck at it, then it's not gonna hurt my feelings. It's going to tell me that I'm not good at it. I need to stop. So, guys, if you have any areas that I can get better in, let me know. I appreciate you checking out the scheme. And I will have a video up on my page, up on my channel, explaining in its entirety what is an offensive scheme, what is a defensive scheme, and why everything works the way it's supposed to based on your team. So that you can win with whatever team you want to win with. Any team's effective in Madden, guys. Appreciate your time.